Shalom, balance, paradise, or back in the lab, one more again, continuing the Houston series with a legend. As you can see, I've got with me none other than AD Green, OG Swishahouse, H-Town representative. We're gonna go back to the future, past, present, and everything in between. Welcome, sibling.
Hey, man, glad to be here, man. Glad you have me. You know what's going down, man. AD Green in the business with my boy. CFR News, y'all know what it is. Let's get it.
Definite, man, definite. Well, again, honors for coming onto the broadcast. It's as you know, I've been in this South and this H town for a minute, as they say. You know what I mean? So it's a privilege and it's an honor to have all of you guys on the broadcast to enlighten everybody of how this year started, man. So, you know, let's you know the formula. Let's go back. Let's go back before there was an AD Green, man. You know what I mean? Let's go back to like early childhood. What part of Houston did you grow up in?
I grew up in the north side of Houston, Texas. You know, on the north side of Houston, Texas, you know, Houston is big, Texas is big, but down south, period, you know, we wade in the Gulf. So by us being in the Gulf, you got the whole East Coast, West Coast, and then you got down south. So I born down south in the third coast, was what they call it, in Houston, Texas, man. And north side, me growing up on the north side of Houston, man, I grew up right behind one of the most notorious projects in Houston, in Acres Home. My community is Acres Home. It's a very big historical black community. And just growing up, man, you know, in the environment, you know, it got everything, man, you know, so it's more, you either be prayed or you get prayed on, you know, you either pray.
Yeah.
Me growing up, man, I had another sibling, my little brother. I had another, can you see me, brother?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
you're back. Yeah, no problem.
My other's youngest brother, just me and him, you know, growing up with a single parent. Mama did the best she could, man, you know, with what she had, put us to school, and you know, she has some great parenting skills. But you know, when you young, growing up, you want to venture out. You want to see, you know, mama can't hold you back from the streets forever. You know, so that's what I was exposed to the culture, man, of how everything going, you know, in the hood, what we call it. Acres
Mm.
Home 44. So for those that don't know, man, 44 is really started off a bus route. It's really started from a bus route, but now everybody call it 44, which is Acres Home, the biggest neighborhood in Houston, and
Okay.
next to Fifth Ward. But growing up, man, it was just a struggle, everyday struggle of you know, a black family, man. Mama just trying to make ends meet and doing what the best she had, trying to keep us children from being swallowed by the streets.
Yes.
All my role models that I looked up to growing up, sitting off the porch, was dope boys.
Mm.
They the ones that had the flashy cars, the best girls. You know, so I always said, hey man, when I grow up, I want to be like him. You know, it wasn't no I want to be like Mike or I want to, you know, or whatever it is, because you know when you coming out of the hood, you're a product of the environment, so uh, you basically do with what you see, man. So those was my
Yeah.
hero
No, I
growing up.
hear that. I hear that most definitely. I think many people can identify with that. If you don't have, like, for instance, if MJ was from Acres Home and was visiting Acres Home, and you could actually see that brother, you know what I'm talking about, and see the raw, he came from here and he's able to get, that's inspiration. You can actually physically see someone out there. But when you haven't got many potential role models, it's very difficult, even if, as you say, you've got a good mother or good mother and father. It's so tempting. And with how, unfortunately, the way society is going, well, is and is going, violence and trouble is promoted versus really giving people an opportunity to say, who are you, number one? Let's establish that and let's grow that entity. And then what do you want to be? What makes you happy? You know, do you want to work for somebody, or do you want to do for yourself?
Right, right, exactly. And you know, when you go into school, like the schools that I went to, like growing up, you know, the education. You know, I'm for education. Don't get me wrong, and all the teachers y'all doing a wonderful job, especially you know in the pandemic. But when I was growing up, you made good grades. You know, you played school or whatever, but no one told you the more that you know continue to excel and get higher in your grade level. You know that all the way into middle school, into high school, that hey, everything that you required or you learned that these I can use this in today's you know society. So what I'm saying is a lot of the stuff that the teachers, the arithmetics and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they teach us is just tradition, and it can't help us with everyday life as far
Yes.
as like how we deal with the system of you know that we face in the day. And you know even with you know with jobs you get so much education, and then before you know it you get laid off. So
Mm.
it's not really about that. The best knowledge is self-taught knowledge, you know, and experience.
Experience. I was just
So,
about to say that. Yes.
so that's just my view of how the school system is. I try to teach my nephews and nieces and everybody that I do come in contact with to try to you know challenge their mind to get them to you know really uh, decipher and break down even a book
Mm-hmm.
or even things you see in everyday the world that we live in and see what's going on, the lesson. So that's what it's about, man. The knowledge is the application, wisdom is the experience, 3 is the understanding. So that's
Already, sibling. Them some heavy teachings there, sibling.
no
But
doubt.
will you get that? Were you were you exposed to that via the 5% Nation?
Man, listen, being, being a part of the being exposed to the like you say the 5% nation, man. You know, I really went from Christianity, being a Christian at first, man, and I love my Christian people and all my people that are religion. But it's like I went from learning that, and we'll get into that later. You know, I really ran into that in the penitentiary. But at first, I used to think them brothers was out their mind. You know, just saying that they God
Yeah.
and everything that had to do with them being the living, walking mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that has really freed my mind, freed my dome. And when I've introduced to the 5% Nation, it taught me how to think for myself. And it also taught me to do the mathematics on everything in life.
Yes.
If the math don't add up, then the equation is something wrong with the equation.
Mm.
So that's how I live life now, man. I try to do the mathematics on everything and doing the facts.
Mm.
Because it's easy to tell me something. It's easy for me to hear about something, but I need to see the facts. So that's what the shout out to my brothers in the nation, man. That's what really enlightened me, man, and taught me about this culture and the right understanding. So
True indeed. True indeed. We're based upon that bombshell for me. I think we're gonna have to most definitely on the conclusion of this here build, most definitely arrange a secondary build to go all into that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, because that's a whole nother arena, man. But you know, you
Yes.
always got to stay on your square at all times. Uh, to to reach your full equality, right? So I stay on my square, man. But there's peace to you, son.
Definite, man. Definite.
Oh
So
yeah, for the record too, brother. Yeah, it is some culturally educated people that have came into the light and down south, man, of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. For those who don't know, man, but yeah, down this way, man, because you know we started up north. But
exactly.
there's some brothers down south, especially in Houston, man, that have seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and standing on a 360-degree cipher at all time. I just
Hmm.
want to add that enough.
Definite. And let me let me put the capstone on that, and then even elevate that to the 720.
Okay.
You know, so we're in Acres home. We're growing up. You got a sibling, single parent. Streets are calling. You're doing your education thing in the fooling system. And what was in the realms of education and stuff? Was you into the books, or was sport something that you excelled in, I should say?
Well, you know, me just being and I know for every race, but for me being a black man, man, you know, it was really in my nature to be very athletic
Hmm.
and to play sports. You know, you watched it growing up, you played it in the streets, so you know, it was really in my nature, man, to be athletic and do those things. But I also found another love as well. Uh, you know, because in school I read the books, but you know, we younger, man. You know, we real fast, man, and so we go chase the girls and all that. But I found my love also, man, in theater arts, and it's crazy how that happened because I didn't really want to get into that type of stuff, but I had to participate in the curricular activities. And then I fell in love, man. I found a new love. And when I got in theater arts, it really exposed me more to the culture of hip hop. And
Mm,
and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can perform in front of crowds of people, and I can get applauded. You know, and so that felt so good. So me being in theater arts exposed me to another element, which is hip hop and the culture, man, and I just embraced it because I was already culturally inclined growing up. You know, we had other artists at the time. You know, I'm kind of throwback. We had other artists like Snoop Dogg,
hmm.
Dr. Dre. Shout out to the West Coast, and Ice Cube.
Yeah,
And, you know, and where I'm from, Scarface. So
of course. Brad
when I got it
Jordan.
right, Brad Jordan. So when I got involved with theater arts, man, I just really opened up a whole nother world to myself, and I embraced it. And then that's when I went on my journey to start doing hip hop.
So when you talk about the theater activities, did that spark the expression element of it, or and the creativity side?
I want to say both.
Okay.
The creativity, definitely, and then just you know, it's just trying to get that energy that you receive
Mm,
from an audience that just feel good to be appreciated when you're on the stage. So then you find then you tell yourself like, oh man, this is what I'm supposed to be doing because it
mm,
becomes fiction. Well, it's like you know you were built for this to do this to reach people to spark emotion and you know everything you do. Same way like you know by Pac. That's how Pac came in the game. He started doing theater arts and learn how to do poetry and expression, like you said. So
mm,
that expression is what really brings the best out of you because it's so much inside of you that you think that the world deserves to hear. So you releasing all your emotion, you releasing all this expression of how you want your art to be perceived. You see what I'm saying?
hmm.
So yeah, most definitely, man.
So we got into we got into Snoop, we got into Dre, Cube, Scarface. So what else was we listening to at this kind of time?
Ask the question again.
What other artists were you listening to around this period?
Man, some of my most influential artists at the time, I have to say, like I said earlier, Scarface, the Ghetto Boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in that era, you still had NWA, but in that era, it was more psychopathic rap. So, and then I had started learning of who Tupac was.
Okay.
So in that same era, and you know they got some other stuff also in the in the down south culture, the H-Town culture. I got exposed to what they call screw music, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that, like, I'm talking about, like, I was just stuck in the trends when I first heard it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like you say, all those other artists inspired me to listen to other artists at the time. They had like the little music hubs you can go to and listen and play everybody's music. So you want to
Yes.
hear underground artists like what's the guy's name? You don't really hear about him a lot. Criminal Element.
Oh yes, yes.
Your Point Blanks.
Blank, yeah. Reckless
And
Clan.
all of those pioneers, man. 3-2,
Rising
PS,
Paradise.
PSA 13. Yeah, R.I.P. Man. That's my man too. But so when I came across that, and then I remember vividly, like I was listening to the radio back then. This is before Master P, around Master P, your body.
Okay, that's like 95-ish, I guess, 94, 95.
Yeah, yeah. And I can remember they had a DJ that was on the radio named DJ Screw. And like, whoa, he gonna play a Screw song of the day. You know, so when I caught that, and I got a hold of that. It was like I was always looking forward to doing that. I started liking that slow down music. They call it rebirth. Where y'all from, I think. But
No. That's some new age shit, sibling. It's Screw.
okay.
Screw did that.
That's right. When I got a hold to the Screw music, man, it's like I can't explain this feeling because I even wanted my little Walkman. Everything that I played now, I had to kind of like rig it up, rig my Walkman to kind of like slow my music down now. Crazy, man. So that culture right there. Shout out to SUC, man. Shout out to Lil Kiki because I remember one of the first CDs that I ever played from Screw was 3 in the morning with Lil Kiki on there, man.
Yes. That was the my very first introduction was indeed at 3 in the morning. I think I actually had the part 2 rather than the part 1. But yeah, my hooked, sibling.
So that's what sparked me, man. Listening to them, that just took me to a whole level of wanting to be a rapper now. So I started, wanting to do music. I can remember on Sundays, Saturdays, and Sundays when the weekend, I would get my little other sibling, my brother, and we would play Ice Cube and Scarface until we couldn't play it no more. Well, he had to be Cube and I had to rap Scarface part. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we would rehearse, and if he messed up Cube verse, I would have to lay hands on him. You know how you do it. So it became an art, man. It became like a skill, like you say, and wanted to express it. So that's what happened, man. That's what influenced me, man, to doing music.
Okay. So all right then. Still staying on that side. Who would you say, like, when I ask this question, one of the first people who jump into my mind is Gangsta Nip, and Gangsta Nip says that Ice-T is his idol. So in that respect, who is your musical idol of sorts, or there could be multiple?
Man, I have like my favorite top. I'll give you a top 5, I guess, man. But Man, hands up, hands up, hands down, man. And I got to give it to Tupac, man.
Yep.
Very lyrical, very emotional, that can touch your soul with his lyrics.
Yeah.
Storyteller. You know, just everything about Pop. You know, also played another influence to me wanting to continue to do the music. And you know, and then he introduced this culture movement in his lyrics to really tell us, you know, hey, it's all right to be from the projects, or it's all right to be out the hood, or you know, to embrace your blackness, you know. So he really was putting it out there a whole lot, man. You know, and then he come back, he get raised by a Black Panther mother, so he was already militant, and then you can hear it in his lyrics. Also, I have to say, I like Nas, man. Nas one of my favorite artists too, man. You know, before I even got enlightened to the 5% Nation, man, he was always spitting some knowledge and some lyrical stuff. So I like Nas. My third, one of my favorites, you know, I got to give it up to Scarface, man.
Yes.
Scarface was, you know, pretty heavy, man. You know, just putting this H-Town coach out there, his third coach. And I gotta say this, man. It took me a long time because at first I didn't kind of like the guy's music, man. But you know, my number 4 got to be Jay-Z, and because you know Jay, you can't deny his swag, man. You can't deny how he put lyrics together and just coming from the top.
I'm gonna surprise everybody with my comment now. The only Jay-Z track that I have in my collection is the tribute that he did to Aaliyah. Outside of that, I don't mess with Jay-Z. I think he's
Okay.
very talented. I think he's a very talented brother. But I'm just not feeling him.
Right. We all have our opinion, man. You know, so you know, this is why we're music critics.
Yes.
You know, this is why we're able to give our opinion on everything. Everybody's not gonna agree. You know, it's gonna be some artists that you might like that another person don't like. So you know, I understand that. But my 5th one, I have to say, got to give it up to Big too, man. Big definitely heavyweight.
Rising Paradise, Christopher Wallace, Rising Paradise with Tupac as well. Yeah, I think the only reason I couldn't put Big on the like the top 5 kind of thing is because the body of work. He hasn't got the body of work.
Exactly. That's how I judge it too. That's how I view it. I move off of. I gotta calculate everything. How much songwriting did he do?
Yeah.
How many albums did he do? The statistics. Overall artist, you got to see like his body of work, like you say. So I move out the stats, man. But yeah,
definitely. You see, it's I couldn't even narrow it down to a 5. Have to be like a top 30 or something because there's just so many names.
Oh, man, so many off my list that I didn't mention, man. But I had a long list too.
Definitely.
That I listen to, man.
So okay. So we're doing the theater stuff, you know, we're expressing, we're creating, you know, we're going bar for bar with the little sibling. What was the first time, what was the first opportunity or the first time you actually put something out? Was this straight with Swishahouse or was you doing something prior?
Well, my first actual song did come with Swishahouse, and it's crazy about how I met Michael Watts and everything. You know, shout out to my whole Swishahouse family, man. Michael Watts, G Dash, Ron C, you know, and all the pioneers, man. Slim Thug, Mario, J-Dog, Big Tiger, Big Pig, you know, Archie Lee, 50-50 Twin, you know, and, you know, Al Bowden. I said Mario, I think, right? Yeah. Anybody that I left out, man, y'all know who y'all is, man. Thank y'all for you know, being a part of this movement with me. Oh yeah, I got to give a shout out to Magno too. That's a little brother that came later him like that. But yeah, man, when I got introduced to them, it was crazy because, you know, back then you did like local team parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming out of high school. We still was in high school. And back then, the same way they do East Coast freestyling, we was in a circle of, you know, people, and y'all moved off of energy.
Yeah, like a cipher.
Cipher, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So the 360 cipher, and we're moving off energy. No mics now.
Mm-hmm.
Get you that, mind you. Now, whoever jump off the next flow or the next line, it moves around like that. So if you
Yes.
got dope lyrics, then you pretty much gonna steal the show, you know. So when it came to me, that's what I like too. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Bone Thugs. I used to want to be like Bone Thugs too. I used to rap fast back in the game. A lot of people don't know that.
Man, have you got anything when you spitting hella fast like that?
Yeah, the rapid flow back then, man. I used to. That's really what kind of like started me to rapping too, because I used to rap fast before I actually learned how to freestyle. But well, it was still a freestyle, but you know, you just put words together like my brother is weapon and step in and keep
Yeah.
it, you know,
Yeah.
anything like that. But when it actually came to, hey, you gotta finish bars in a rhythm type, you know,
Yeah.
it was different. So my flow was kind of like extemporaneous. I had to switch over to the fast, rapid flow to like the slow screw flow, because you gotta understand that I got influenced by screw. So I wanted to kind of like be like those guys, but try to take it to a different level.
Yes.
So that's how I introduced when I met Michael Watts, man. Basically, we used to rap in crowds, and I got picked out of the neighborhood. Whoever went hard, the best out of your neighborhood, you got picked. So Michael Watts noticed me, and they called me to the stage, pretty much like, hey, yo, this dude is dope. This dude, we want to hear you. We want to hear you rep your neighborhood. So that's what happened, man. The rest is history. That's how I
Wow.
met, and I wrecked the flow that night. And Mike Watts told me to come by his house, and end up going over his house, and there it was, man. I fell in love, because when you actually hearing yourself on wax, and then not only actually hearing myself, I was screwed, man. So I said, oh, I want some more of this. So that's how it was, man. The rest was history, man, and we started doing some big things together, man.
Definitely. So let's stick on that point then. So at this point, when you was doing your local freestyle cipher thing, was Swishahouse already formed, or was it forming at this point?
Yeah, it was already forming. You had like the originals that was double a little before me. I'm original, but you still had like some of the first ones who was at the Swishahouse, Archie Lee, Lester Roy,
With Lester
uh,
Roy, yeah.
uh, uh, Big Tiger,
Hmm.
Big Pig, Slim Thug, Mario. I think Mario was before them too. Mario brought Slim Thug to Swishahouse, so all those guys was before me, man. So it's like I was able to hear their music too. So they really influenced me, because I can remember riding on a bus and I'm hearing a Swisha tape, a Swishahouse tape, and it's Lil Mario freestyle. Yeah. So when I actually was able to link up with them guys and see them, I was already fans and they didn't know it. And also I had two cousins over to Swishahouse too, Big Tiger and Big Pick, with my actual blood cousins.
Right. Okay. Real that blood fam.
Right. You know,
Okay.
maybe it runs in the family, you know.
Hey, for sure, man. For sure, it must, man. That triune energy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the first release that I stumbled across was the day Hell Broke Loose.
Oh man, you
Right.
really did your research, huh?
That was the first one. I got two. I got the regular CD and I got the screwed CD or slowed CD because technically, if
Right,
Screw didn't do it, it's not screwed, is it?
right. Right. Michael Watts just took screw music to another level.
Exactly.
So we're gonna pay homage to, SUC and Screwed Up Click, R.I.P. DJ Screw. And what them guys did was phenomenal. And we basically we saw their movement, and we were fans of their music, and we basically kept the culture going and was able to, I ain't gonna say emulate, but take their level of greatness to another level of greatness. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
I
that's
think
what we create our own little sound, our own little style, man. So
definite. I mean, being across the waters, I had no idea how different North and South was in the rivalry. So to me, Swisha House, it was like I actually thought that y'all were connected. So like Screw was for the South, and then Swisha House was just for the North, but all y'all was like linked and was brethren and knew each other and stuff. But you know, it was clearly a different thing. But from my eyes, Screw was the foundation, and Michael Watts built the Swisha House on top of the foundation.
right. He took it to a whole nother level, man. And somebody had to keep the culture going. You had other DJs was doing screw too, but Michael Watts really just Screw handed him the baton. When he passed, man. R.I.P. Screw. But
Mm,
we keeping the culture going, man, and that's what Watts did, man. Michael Watts did that. Brought took his level of his talent with the screw and the chopping, and
the chopping. For me, the major difference for me was the chopping. I knew Screw as a slow down. And then when
right.
I got to Swisha House, he was bringing it back. He was chopping it. OG Run C with that fuck action. I'm talking about
Yeah,
a
hey,
sibling.
that's y'all don't know what y'all missing, man. Y'all don't know about a book action tape, man. Yo, man, Ron C did his thing. Shout out to OG Ron C too, man, for boy, he made some history with them CDs and tapes. Those was
Definitely.
our great tape days as well. Screw them had their great tape. We had our great tapes too, and those was classics, man. So yeah,
So okay then. So did was it what did the same kind of opportunity arise in regards to, okay, I'm gonna go to Michael Watts' house and I want my own personal screw tape. Well, Watts tape.
yeah. Watts pretty much did things in season. He he would drop one tape, and he would come around and drop another tape. He would back door and keep dropping tapes, but it was a season, and it became collections for him. Like, for instance, you had your before the Capitals. We would always do music around that time. That was a
Hmm.
real popular beach party, and so everybody knew that around the Capital time, man, you better go get you a Michael Watts DJ Michael
Yeah.
Watts. He gonna have some bangers on that before the Capitals and after the
After the
Capitals.
Kappa, yeah. Hey, sibling. From just seeing those titles and bumping that music, I wanted
Mhm.
to come to the Kappa. You heard?
Oh yeah, man, those were the days. You hear me? Yeah, those were the days, man, and very epic historical moments of time, man, because the culture of what H Time was about, what Texas was about. If you came to that beach party, you would see it. All the fly rides, all of the bad girls. You know how our gals is, man.
Yeah, already.
Player, player made. Our whole little swag, man. Our whole little culture was at that beach party, man. So definitely, man. That was an epic moment, man. The time, the Capitol, before the Capitol, and all your Northside tens and Northside nines, all the way from Northside one. You
Oh,
know,
yes. You're bringing it back. Yes. Yo, classics, straight classics. I don't think. I mean, I know things change, growth and development, and all that kind of there, but yeah, no, for the culture and for the experience that everyone's gone through, I really, I'm very trustful that some kind of major collaboration takes place, like a like a 713 movement again, but just with everybody on that there, laying it down, triple CD kind of flex. You know what I mean? Obviously, CDs, the whole music game is a lot different now. It's all digital and shit. But what I'm talking about. I think that would just be that would be the thing, man.
Well, you know what they say, man. History always repeats itself, man. So that would be a beautiful thing to bring that back. And you got a lot of artists, man, in the city. I want to speak on that too. But I believe, like, as far as like going back with that North and South stuff, real briefly.
Mm-hmm.
I think when Slim Thug and ESG was able to get on that song, man, that bridged the gap.
Braids and fades.
Right, raising phase, and that's when H-Time really like got off the bull. You know what I'm saying? It just started coming together and was like, okay, man, we can't deny them, so yeah, might as well. We can't beat them, we got to join them. So, and me being from the North Side, man, it's really rough side, around that era, man, that's what really everything just probably kind of started dying down around that time. But definitely a lot of those artists is working together now. Not as like they should be, but like I said, that's the biggest problem we have in Houston as a whole. A lot of our artists don't support each other. It's about who's doing the most, and they want the light. They don't want to let the next person to take the light from them instead of all us having the light. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't be the orange juice. Everybody can't be the glass. Hell, everybody can't be the ice. But guess what? At the end of the day, we all play an element. And if all those elements come together, we have a tasty, quench thirst of orange juice. See what I'm saying? Or something to drink. That's my whole point of bringing it up. So artists can come together, man, and start supporting each other and stop, well, he got this problem with him, or he got this problem here, or he's just jealous, or he's scared he gonna outshine him. That's not how it go, man. So that's what we dealing with down this way, man. A lot of artists don't want to give the other artists the opportunity, give them the light. They think outshine them and run off with the baton, man.
I guess a part of that is ego, as you say. Is he gonna come on the track and just make me off on the thing, with the bars and all that there? And right. I think, as you say, it's some people are like, they're jealous kings. They don't want to take any jewels out of their crown and pass it on to nobody else. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Right. I understand it's competition. There's nothing wrong with good competition in sport. But also, man, teamwork makes the dream work. We all bring the next one up. He might put on and keep it going, and then the next one and the next one and the next one. See, that's how you got other cities, man. I got to give us, respect to Atlanta. A lot of them, man, they come together, man, and they keep it hot. That's why they continue to control the game right now today, because those guys, man, they like to work with each other, man. I wish that my city work a little more with each other, man.
Yeah, I think the bigger picture, excuse me, as you were saying, the bigger picture is cross-fertilization of audiences. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you've got each one has a core of audiences, and some may not have even known about the other artists. As soon as you do that collab, it's like, oh, let me check out his catalog. Let me go on the old Spotify or the damn iTunes, whatever you're using, and let me check him out. That gets your plays going. That potentially may get you a new fan, and vice versa. I think people are scared of success, true success. They think what they're having now is success, but as you say, if it was the each one teach 12 mantra, then you would see like a Wu-Tang kind of thing coming on, a No Limit kind of thing coming on, you know what I mean? A Rap Like Mafia kind of thing coming along, where everyone's playing their part, playing their position, featuring, doing a little something, and everybody's eating.
MC tried to say it the best, man. Knocking those down, man. Yeah. Y'all come together, you know how much paper we can see. That's what I'm about, man. When I put my foot back in the door, I'm gonna bring a lot of unity together, man, and do it the way it's supposed to be done. Do it the way it's supposed to be done, man.
Definite, man. Rising Paradise, Chad Butler, Pimp C, man.
Right, man. R.I.P. the Pimp, man.
You got so many legends, man. So many legends that have transitioned from that great state of Texas.
Yeah,
So many.
exactly, man. Exactly. And it's been a beautiful experience, man, to be a part of it. Just to be a part and watch everything unfold.
Yeah, man. So okay, so let's get back to to that inception part. You know, you murked off the thing. You came on the stage. Watch was like, "Yo, come on then, sibling. Let's come back to the house." You know, you laid the thing down. You screwed. You was like, "Yay, okay, I need to put some more work in." So what was the give us like paint us a vivid picture as you already do in sibling. How was that? What was it like, you know, recording with Mario, with Slim Togger and the rest of them?
Oh man, around that time, man, it was a beautiful feeling because we were up and coming artists. So everybody worked harder, and it was a whole lot of love, man, and it was real genuine around that time. And when we got to moving around and doing shows, and then we hearing people who actually knew our lyrics, or you know, sometimes when I go somewhere, I hear my verse, somebody's rapping my verse. It's like, oh yeah, they really fans, you know. So around that time, man, it was a beautiful thing. The game was good, and we got so much love. Texas, I can describe all the cities in Texas. There was so much love, support, even up top. You know, even all the way from your down south, your Atlantas, your Alabamas, your Arkansas,
Mm,
and then the West Coast got on us later. But it was so much love though, man, around that time, and to actually just know those brothers and to watch them grow when they watch you grow,
mm.
it was a beautiful thing. And egos really wasn't in the way just yet, because you gotta understand we were still young, we was kids, not knowing the business or nothing like that. So everybody was just trying to establish themselves, man. And around the time, you know, Slim was like kind of like the leader in our group, you know. So that was a beautiful thing to do a lot of tours and a lot of shows with him, man, to be able to be on stage and getting ready to open up for Lil Wayne, your Master P's, you know, to be in the dressing rooms with all those type of artists, man. He's like really, knocking at the door. We here, you know.
Yes, definitely.
And of course, you know, everything that come with that, man, the fast life, the women, you know, the fame, man. I guess I
Mm,
want to say the fame that you start getting, you know, but gotta be careful, man, with the fame will take you pretty fast, especially
yes.
if you're a youngster. I got in the game when I was young. So
You're a teenager, right?
yeah, I got in the game, and when I started rapping with Swishahouse, and I was like 18, 17, 18. So you give a little youngster a little couple of dollars, you know, you don't know how to act. So you know,
Yeah.
but I actually was doing other street activities as well. But it's nothing like when you started getting that type of exposure right there, to take you over, man.
I bet, man. Was you, I guess okay locally then. So you've linked up with Swishahouse. You're going on tour and all that there. So locally in your city, in your neighborhood, was everybody recognizing it? Everyone was like bumping bumping the thing and
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Everybody's CD deck was playing us, man. All the way from north to the south, you gonna hear that Swisher highs. You gonna hear that bang in the trunk, man. You gonna hear the slabs playing that Swisher highs. You know, that was just how it was, man. And like I said, it felt really good to know that somebody's actually playing your song or actually know your lyrics, to be supportive of that. You know, that was the time that we were out the trunk selling CDs. You know, before the digital world came,
hmm,
putting in putting in stores and stuff like that. You had to be on the grind, and we really was grinding, man. So hard work paid off, and you know that's what it was, man. We put ourselves out there and was making good quality music.
see,
That's
Can you just go into some detail for the millennials and stuff, sibling, because you know they're only used to like clicking on something, and you know what I mean, and that's how they know. So can you just give us again, paint that vivid picture? You're talking about slanging shit directly at the tridonk, right?
And to y'all youngsters that's out there, man, back then when we had what we call the out the trunk era. Out the trunk meaning that you're gonna go like rock for rock with your product, your CD. And it was up for you to distribute your own music. So that's what we did. We basically went around to all the hot spots and passed out our CDs, man. And eventually people started paying us for our CD because if you got a good product that's good enough, somebody gonna pay for it. And also you being a good salesman. So it really helped me because I was a very good salesman. So out the Trump era, man, is when you had to put your music in the stores. You had to distribute and promote yourself as an artist. It didn't have no Spotify's. It didn't have no Apples or none of that. Distro keys and none of that, man. So that era right there is when you call it, you had to go out and get it. And we went from city to city, from your city to another city, to different states, and to just moving and just passing out your flyers and, you know, promoting your brand, passing your CDs out, like, hey, this is us right here. And getting good feedback to, hey, I want another one of them, or I want, you know, and so that's what we did, man. We was on feet, we was foot soldiers, man, promoting our sound, man. So that was that era right there.
Definitely. Hey, have you got any crazy or interesting situations when you was out there at doing the at the trunk thing?
Yeah, I guess so, man. Hold on. If you can't. Let me take you with me real quick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Around that time, one of some crazy episodes is when I was I remember some females, man. Right. I remember some females, and let me go out here. Yeah, I remember some females, and they were so wild that they were just happy just to have my CD because they know they've been hearing about my music. And so for them to actually know that was me, they wanted me to sign their chest and all type of stuff, man. So, you know, that era, that was crazy, man. You had a lot of wild fans, man, and they were just happy to get to know you or be a part of you, man. So
how did that make you feel? Did that make you feel like like not like you're a superstar, but you're like, yeah, you know, they're seeing me, they're feeling me. Look, they want me to draw on their body and thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, that felt real good. You know, like, what, you want me to sign your boobs? All right, man, I'm gonna sign. So you know, we was wilding out, man. You know, we were having fun back then, man.
Okay, okay. So with the success of Swishahouse, did you actually put out any solo projects with Swishahouse, or was it all just the mixes?
Yeah, I put a lot of mixtapes, man. I'm on a lot of classics. I'm on a lot of classic mixtapes with all the way. I can name so many, man, but I'm also on some compilation albums of Swishahouse. One of our first projects that you mentioned was Hell Broke Loose.
Yes,
So
that was dope.
I'm on like the first project with that, and I'm on another compilation album with Archie Lee, and he had just dropped Mr. Master Archie Lee, and I'm on Big Tiger's project.
Yep.
I don't know if you know Big Tiger.
Yep, I know.
What's another project, man? There's so many, man. I never got to drop a solo yet, but I did branch off and started doing my own solo projects.
Okay.
In the realm, though.
Was
you know what I mean?
Was that under a totally different, your own label, then I take it?
Right, right. My own like my own project.
Okay, okay. So break that down. So was it a frustration kind of thing, or was it a case of, I've done the Swishahouse thing, I've grown as a person, I've grown as an artist, I want to try and do for self now.
Well, what pretty much made us branch off, Slim left first, right? Slim Thug left first. He did Boss Hog. And we started seeing that, hey, if he can do his, then we can probably hold our own and start doing ours. And then, Chameleonaire and Power Wall and all of them start doing theirs too. So me,
Color
Big,
changing click.
yeah, shout out to Power Wall and Chameleonaire. And, we formed, me, Big Tiger, and Big Pick formed our little record label, what was called Run Your Mouth. So everybody broke up in little groups, and then me and Pick started, we did our own thing called Big Ballin' Records. So that's what it was, man. Everybody just wanted to be their own boss, learning how to, to navigate and try to be, hey, okay, we did this here. We always gonna be Swishahouse.
Mm-hmm.
We try to provide for us more. No, we can make a little, be our own bosses, receive a little more revenue.
Right,
That
right.
basically was, man. It wasn't nothing against, we had our differences, whatever, man. But at the end of the day, man, them still my family, man. I consider them family. Shout out to all of them that was part of that movement. But that's basically what it was, man. You just trying to see that you can do your own solo thing, or you can be your own label. You can be independent and have ownership of your own. So that's what we figured out. Slim was the first to do it though. So
PJ, Slim,
I was hard. Yeah.
yeah, man. And then didn't Slim and ESG do that little collabo album?
Yeah. They had that little collab too. They had that little thing going on as well. Slim always been established artist on his own though. So, but yeah, man.
Do you think Slim Thug is one of the most successful artists from Swishahouse?
Oh yeah, no doubt. He very one of the ones who really just put us out there and like I said, man, he was kind of, if I could say, he was like our leader. But I ain't gonna say like he was a good guy, but I'm saying like one of the ones that stood out. Everybody was leaders. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he had like more. He was more recognized about the house. So.
Well, was he the tallest one? Because from what I saw in
Yeah.
the video.
And then you got to understand, man. I didn't really write none of those. All those mixtapes when I was a child, I didn't write that. So that's what made it so much extra special for me, man. Because some of those guys was writing, but I was just, me. I know me, Big Pig, Big Tiger, and we was freestyling most of that stuff, man. So when I actually started picking the pen up and writing is when it became magic too,
Okay then. So the difference between the freestyle and picking the pen up and actually formatting, what do you enjoy more?
Oh, most definitely, man. I think I enjoy writing more now, man, because I can really express myself. But I can express myself on the freestyle as well, because you got to be real talented to do that, to come up with words off the top of your head. But give me a little time and sit back and think, are you in trouble? That's what I make lyrics do now. So
Definitely. It's about telling a story, man. Everyone's got a story to tell. Unfortunately, especially within this 2020 microwave society we're in, no one wants to tell their story, do they? They wanna give put the mask on and show a totally different story to what what their life is, what they've been through. They don't wanna show no individuality and stick out kind of, it's just like this formula.
right. Everybody is just trying to, like you said, trying to I guess just want to make music sound good, just putting words together, you know. It's about the trend, the style, the swag, you know what I mean, man. So now I got some good artists that I like that's in the game right now though, man. That's young up and like say microwave age artists.
Okay, drop them, because you see, you know, I only do old school. I'm old school like Shelto Adidas sibling. You know, what I'm talking about. If it's past maybe 20, if I haven't got it on CD, put it that way. If I haven't got it on CD, and the last CD I bought was maybe in 2010 or something like that, I ain't bumping your mind.
Right. Okay, so you kind of like you old school like me. You want to hear the old song.
Yeah, man, that
Yeah,
classic, man, that golden era sounds.
yeah. You want to hear the era music. So I understand, man. Uh, Basically, man, I'm still stuck too. I like to hear that old song too. So don't get me wrong. Uh, but my new artist that I say that I actually like listening to,
Hmm.
I like listening to Little Baby, man. That little youngster right there got something. He's live.
Okay, no, all right then, because another sibling from Seattle put me onto one of his tracks, and I thought, yeah, you know, I saw the video and all that shit as well, and I thought, yeah, man, okay. And where is he from?
He from Atlanta.
Okay,
Little
okay.
Baby, man. He probably the hottest little youngsters in the game right now. And I like a lot of his music, man.
He said he's again from what I saw, it's only one track I've heard, and seen the video too. He was telling a story, man, and I love stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't like just the me, or just the stupid, you know what I mean? Just it's just words. You might as well be Charlie Brown's teacher on the thing on a dope ass beat. You know what I'm talking about? Shit done changed, man. Shit done changed. But I do appreciate that, you know, there is production wise, I think the production has gotten very, very good in certain for certain artists. But it's just the content and delivery is just very much lacking currently, which is disappointing. But you know what I don't like, most people will like, you know, especially if they're young and stuff. You know what I mean. And until they're exposed to, you know, as I say, that golden era, man, that golden era when music, even the sound, how rich the music and the production was.
Right. That's crazy how the music turns too. Play the golden era, and you gotta. What I learned, right? You can be original. There's nothing wrong. Stay original.
Hmm.
You also got to know how to adapt.
Yes,
Have your own sound, but adapt with the culture. So that's basically what I've been trying to do, trying to find my niche
mm.
and continue to be original, but also have a little what they call it, a little drip.
That drip, I'm hearing it, man. That's 50-50 twin shit, man.
Yeah, they have that little drip, man. So that's what I'm trying to bring to the game.
Yeah, man. As you say, update, growth, and development. You know, I think it would be you would, as an artist, you'd be a fool to remain exactly the same. You can't compromise, you know, the character, but you definitely got to update and come with a, you know, a different kind of flavor. I mean, we remember. Let's go back to '93. Run
Okay.
DM, Run DMC. Remember when they came out '93 with that Down with the King?
Yeah. Most definitely.
Was that like not totally different to what Run DMC was coming with?
Yeah, that was they wasn't ready for that.
They was
So
not ready. Yeah, and that was
it,
pretty. It was pretty dope as well. Still,
so yeah, the hip hop culture do that, man. It's like it's always room to bring something new and trendy, man. Something unique. That's what's so beautiful about hip hop. And you can take somebody else's style and just elevate it and take it to another level.
definite, man,
So
definite.
I don't know we need some lyricists, like
Yes,
just pose. Uh, we need some more Tupacs. Uh,
well, sibling. You already know we ain't getting another Pac. When they stole
uh
Pac from
yeah,
this earth, you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing.
yeah,
The closest we got to Pac is he's Scarface, and he's just not producing the contents anymore as frequently as we would like.
Yeah, I know it, man. Times changing. Like, that's why Nas was like, hip hop is dead, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep the culture going, man, and hopefully these artists continue to be on these movements so we can keep the culture going, man.
Are you doing it, sibling? You doing it now? I mean, like, what you've got something currently out. Let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, man, we've been doing a bunch of projects since I've been home or whatever. So far, man, got the money shot. It's the apparel right here.
Yeah.
I don't know, shirt right here. This money shot shirt.
Yeah. We see that there.
You can click the single, the link in my bio on the IG, your Facebooks, at I am AD Green. But that's one of the first joints that I dropped when I came home. Also, you got to Come Up with me and OG Dollar. Come Up, that's a live little hit song. I also I had got with some guys that's with promote for the NBA, and they wanted to use my song as like kind of like a backdrop for sports. So you can click the link on my, like I said, on my IG, and you can go to that guy's NBA Baller's his name. You can go to his page, and it'll take you to, you hear my song playing and some of Steph Curry's highlights.
Wanna?
Yeah. So I was blessed to do that. Also, the newest.
Wait. Before you continue, what was the inspiration behind that? Was it the art person who knows your sound and said that will go with the thing, or was that Corey saying, "Yo, I want this track on behind or something"?
Yeah, there was the guy reached out to me and was just like, "Hey man, I'm doing this and I'm doing that," and it was like, "Man, some of your music will go good with this." With some of the NBA players, because NBA and hip hop mix.
Yes.
So that's part of the coaches. So basically that's how that came about, and he was like, yeah, I like to promote you and put this on there. And now he was like, well, what artist you want to use? I was like, hey man, I want you to use Steph Curry. Why? Because I actually got some bars that I was talking about Steph Curry. So, and that just went hand in hand. It was right on point.
Perfect.
Yeah, the name of the song is called Come Up, man. It's really a slept on song. But you can get on all major streaming sites, man. Me and OG Dollar, Come Up. And but the latest big single that's out, the latest big single that's out right now is me and Power Wall and 12 G's on the beat track. It's my track, but all my guys are on that track with me, man. And I was blessed to have them guys 12 G's do the beat. Power Wall to give me that feature. It's called Crawling on Gray, man. And Crawling on Gray is basically representing the culture. It's representing the culture of how we ride when we in our rides, man, in our cars. So,
swaying and buying.
Yeah, you know the culture, my man. So that's basically what that is, man. We was just repping that side of the culture, man.
Definitely.
The video get ready to come together. Finna get ready to do the video pretty soon. Everything is with timing, man. But the single is doing pretty good. We need a little push it a little more. And that's like one of my best comeback songs right there.
Now, I would most definitely agree. And the sounds from 12 G's on the beat encompasses everything we've been talking about that golden era sounds, with an update to it as well.
Right.
With you and Paul Wall on there as well. I think that should definitely be doing some nice numbers. I will include a link below to the track, and there will be a link below to your IG page and all that there as well.
Okay, yeah, man.
Because we gotta get that out there, man. People gotta be bumping that.
Yeah, man. If you don't know what you're missing, I'm talking about if you want to know anything about the culture, down south or the culture just in Texas, definitely got to go get that track. That track right there paints a vivid picture of images of how the culture is in Texas and in Houston, man, as a whole, man. So make sure y'all get that. It's called Crawling on Great. Click his link and then go to the link in my bio, which is I am AD Green. In my link tree, you will see all my songs and you can find Crawling on Great, man.
Yeah, man, that's fire. That's a hit right there, man.
That's right, bro. That's right, bro. And
Definite, man. And then you got the video coming, trust me. I mean, I guess the Corona thing's kind of put a hold
yeah,
on that.
yeah, that's another thing. The Corona kind of slowed down a lot of process and progress, man, because Paul want to shoot the video with me, but you know, right now it's not really a good time to just be. Some people are just, you know, they don't give a damn. They out there, but you got to be very cautious. So I understand, man. Hopefully, you know, we can be patient and we can get everything together. I can be patient and get everything together in the right time and to be able to produce that and put that out, man. Because that's definitely it's overdue, man. So
Yeah, and I think with the visuals that will just take it overboard because once people see it, you know, because people these days it's not necessarily hearing music, it's seeing the video first, and then when they see the video, it's like shit, okay.
right, right,
Let me go check this out, man. Let me go see where let me go on the
right,
old flipping the old app and just listen to some more of this here. And then you got yourself a fan. So yeah, man, the visual arts is a must in 2020. I would 100% agree. Trustfully, we're gonna be in a you know, most high willing, we're gonna be in a better place, especially in the wilderness of North America, post elections. Uh,
yeah. Being
you
lost
know.
in the field, huh? Yeah, man. Don't go too deep, man. We don't want to lose.
Hey, most of this means some of the verbiage that is used, the siblings know exactly what I'm talking about, so we ain't gonna lose them. Some of the new ones will be like, wilderness of North America. What on earth could he be talking about?
Right, right, right. Yeah, man. A free dome is a free man. Oh, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Not freedom, free
Yeah,
dome. Yeah, man. That's all part of the that's all part of the build. This is all one of the reasons why we you know we get artists, fighters, producers, people on to express and to free people's domes because through other people's experiences, through other people's lessons,
exactly.
those jewels are put out there, and one or two words or 10 minutes of this is going to put that spark, that light in those 12 people, and then that ripple effects takes place. And that's what it's all about, man. It's putting it out there, man. We can't be it's allegedly, according to the Gregorian calendar, 2020. According to the Julian calendar, it is 2012.
Right. It's
You know.
you know your know. I see you know your knowledge, son.
Definite King, definite. It's worldwide, man. It's worldwide. I mean, I bet a lot of people, especially who I've been interviewing recently, they've been very surprised to know that, you know, little old UK is deep in that screw.
Right.
You know, and it's not even just the screw, it's the knowledge in its entirety. It's the
Yeah.
culture, you
Beautiful
know.
thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. I can't wait to come out there, man, and just kick it with y'all out there, man. I know y'all been huge supporters, of our culture, man, and we definitely thank y'all for embracing our culture and to learn and understand our culture. So it's definitely appreciated, man. So
Honest, man.
y'all keep showing AD Green love and the rest of my colleagues, man, my bros or whatever, man. It's not just about me, but just as a whole, man. I just want to thank y'all for supporting that, man. You don't got AD Green anything to do with AD Green yet. Hopefully you will. And you continue to get my music, man, and support me, man. I thank y'all for that.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely, sibling. Before we conclude the build, is there anything that you want to express or you want to build on?
Well, you know, we was going to get into my story. I guess we can get into that another time, or
Hmm.
side with you. We can do a part two,
Yeah,
or bring
man.
me this, and I can really tell you about my story.
Hmm.
Well, I done came from to where I'm at today.
Yeah.
I got a beautiful story, man, and the world needs to hear it. And I don't mind giving you that an interview, man, because I know it's gonna move a lot of hearts and a lot of minds, and they need to hear it. So be tuned for the AD Green story, and we'll get into that, man. Basically, man, I'm doing a lot of good things out here with that story I just told you about. I'm in the works of working a project together as far as like a movie, a book deal,
Hmm.
and come out with a movie.
Yeah. That'd be
Uh,
major.
yeah. So we're doing biographies and stuff right now, just, behind the scenes work, and just, about the story, man. For those don't know, for those that don't know, I'll give you a little brief.
Hello, ski
Uh,
taste, man. Hello, ski taste.
you know, I'm one of the unsung heroes, man. At this H-time, this culture down South Texas. You know, at one point in time, man, I was on top of my game when I left the Swishahouse. Became but I'm always Swishahouse. Don't get that twisted. I'm always SHC. But when I started venturing, doing my other little thing, jumped in some other activities and got in the game, you know what the game brings. The game, the game, the game brings more problem, more a big city. The more money, more problems. So
Hmm.
it was on one of those stories like the rise and fall stories.
Mm.
So got a lot of calls, keep people trying to chime in, but
Yeah, man.
so anyway, my rise and fall story, real briefly. I was on top of my game, man, and then one time, like I say, more money, more problems. Problems end up coming, and their problems end up bringing me to a place where I never thought I'd be, which was the penitentiary. And I had to find, I had to go through some struggles and wells in life to adapt. I had to be stripped of everything, almost like how you say, come back to North America. It's the same way in there in the system. Lose your dignity, you use your self-pride, and try to take your integrity from you, and then just you as humanity as a whole,
Mm.
as a human. So I had to face a corrupt system and pretty much got railroaded. And we already know how the system is when it's not really for my kind and my color.
Yes.
Sin is my sin. I'm not saying that I'm just saying that I didn't receive a fair shot in justice, man. And by the grace of God, anyway, went through all of that, and I was blessed years later, finding myself, getting the knowledge of self. I was blessed to be able to get a 50-year sentence reversed after a couple of years doing my time in penitentiary for the first time. I was able to get that overturned, and I was able to get a blessing. I was able to get out and be a free man again. So basically, man, my story, it has to do with me losing everything. Was on the rise into the fall. The high power, we know how we believe what I'm going to say, but for me to have the knowledge of self and realizing that I was able to manifest
Yes.
what I saw in the mind that can happen by believing. Some may call it God or whatever, but the God in me,
Hmm.
obtain and open the third eye and see that and receive my blessing until I manifest and got out of that situation. Well, I got out, man, and I was back ambitious and doing a lot of great things. And well, it just so happened I had to face a corrupt system again, man, and I ended up getting a reduced sentence. So through it all, years later, full 14 years, of those don't know, yeah, I've done 14 years in the penitentiary. We'll get into that next time, but I was able to be blessed to get that 50 year off me and get a reduced sentence to 20 years. And got out March 13th, man, and been out here 4.5 months, man, and I can't explain the feeling, man. I'm getting everything that's due and deserved to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's music. It's almost like the story of Job. Lose
Yes.
everything, get everything back. So I'm basically just getting back was already deserved of me, you know. So it's a beautiful feeling, man, to be out here, to be a part of the movement again, be doing the music, see my bros, and just living life as a man,
Mm-hmm.
period. You know, live my life and enjoying my life and being around the ones that I love, enjoying it with them, you know. So that's all I want.
That is life. That is living, growth and development, enjoying life with friends and familiar, opening up self, third eye first.
That's right.
Honor sibling, we will most definitely get into the story of AD Green for the part 2. Have you had fun, sibling?
Man, I still ain't stopped smiling yet, brother.
Already, mate. Already. One last question. Let's see if you can get to see where this takes us. Who are you? But don't tell me your name.
Who am I?
Yes.
As like as a person or how you
Just
what it?
attributes. I'll
Oh,
speak.
okay. You want me to break down my mathematics?
Yes.
Okay. When I got into the knowledge of self and became God body, my attributes were given to me by a brother that born me, named Born King Allah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he called himself the Wizard. BD, he gave me the knowledge of self, took me to I was already introduced to it, but when I came all the way in and I was born, he got me to understand that, hey, your name is Adrian. This is my real name, right? Wayne. But also, I forgot to tell you this part, God, about it. My brother that was in the penitentiary used to write me, and so he was already kicking the jewels and the knowledge, but I wasn't ready to receive it yet.
Yes.
And he was real heavy with his wordplay and his whole mindset. So he was already seasoning me.
Mm.
So he already was kind of like giving me a name, and I kind of like stood with that name. And the other God body was all right with calling me my attributes, which is Allah divine.
Give thanks.
Allah divine, which means that I am the foundation. I am the sun, which is the foundation of the whole solar system. Everything that surrounds me draws from me. So it starts with me. So Allah is here. God is here. So if God is here, you have to be able to shine your rays on the earth, on the stars, and everything that you come, other planets that you come around. So that's Allah right there. And the divine part is just basically I'm walking in harmony with what I'm supposed to be doing, my nature. I'm already divine. I'm already,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you believe the Bible and the Quran, you know, it says that he is nearest to the jugular vein. So I'm just walking in my righteous nature. It's already in me. So that's what divine. So those are my attributes right there.
Give
Did I break it down,
thanks.
God?
Yes, true indeed, Lord. True indeed. Arm, leg, arm, head.
Yeah, that's peace then, G.
Honors, it's been an excellent build. Really enjoyed it, as I always do. Um, excellent surprise, shock out the blue. I didn't know about the God body status. That's put a massive smile on my face. Sibling.
That's how the universe moves, God body. See, you have to express that because lifestyle, being a living mathematics is a lifestyle. So how can I not express my lifestyle? You know. Yeah, man, that's
Definitely.
beautiful.
Sure, indeed. One last drop all your social medias before we go.
Okay, y'all. Like I say, man, it's been wonderful, man. I'm glad y'all showing the love out there, man. Y'all continue to follow me on all the social media sites. Follow me on specifically the gram. My IG is I am AD Green. Lowercase, I am AD Green. It's not case sensitive. Just put I am AD Green and I should pop up. You can follow me on the Facebook, Adrian Green, and you can see what I got going over there as well. The Twitter is I am AD Green. I don't really be on my Twitter like I should. Also, follow me on that YouTube. I got a YouTube. Subscribe my page. Get some of my music. See some of my interviews on I am AD Green. Look, just click the link in my bio that my brother gonna give you, and you can find me on my link tree, man, and it's gonna tell you everything, man. So make sure you go get that single Crawling on Great also, man, by me and Paul Wall, 12 G's on the beat, man. So yeah.
Alrighty, man. Peace to the God.
Peace, God body, man.